it was an extremely emotional day in the Minneapolis courthouse because there were several of these witnesses that were 18 or younger, witnesses who were on the scene that day when George Floyd died and who were giving their testimony, including the young woman we just heard, who, as you mentioned, shot that video that was seen around the world. And her testimony was particularly hard to listen to. And I say listen to because, as you probably saw, those witnesses who were 18 or younger were protected by the judge. At the start of the day, the judge decided not to show their faces on the live feed that was being carried live by multiple channels to protect their identity. So they were audio only, but the testimony given by that young woman was pretty heart-wrenching, and she broke down several times. She was also asked about what it had done to her life to witness what happened to George Floyd, and that's when she had a hard time keeping it together. She said that every time she saw pictures of George Floyd, she saw her father, her brothers, her uncles, and she also said that remembering that day kept her up at night. She said that she stayed up apologizing to George Floyd for not doing more, for not physically interacting, and not saving his life. This 18-year-old young woman saying that she was kept up at night thinking that she should have done more to save George Floyd's life. And that was a feeling of another witness on the stand, an EMT firefighter, a young woman who was off duty, and she was there, and she also said that she felt like she could have saved George Floyd's life, like she could have done something if only the police officers had let her get close to George Floyd. She says, and she testified, that she had told them that she was a firefighter, that she was trained in emergency actions, and that she wanted to check his pulse. She said that she could see that he was unconscious and that she wanted them to let her get close to him, but every time she tried that, she was pushed back by the officer who was standing guard in front of George Floyd and the three other officers. So pretty powerful testimonies there. There was also a few testy times, tensions at the start and pretty much towards the end of the day with two of the witnesses when the defense was counter questioning them, the MMA fighter at the beginning and that firefighter towards the end, with the defense trying to tell them that they did not have the expertise to know what was going on and that the police officers knew their job better than they did. So pretty important stuff coming out of this courthouse today.